but I'm cleaning today and I'm going to have my shower before Freaky Friday. I can see the chat. This is might be a, oh, my tripod is jerry rigged here so that I can film as much as I can, but it's, oh crap. My computer just started. I need more space. One, preferably, I don't have to go downstairs to do. Okay, pause that. Now I gotta fight with my chair again. Okay, I've been dusting and rearranging my bedroom. Like not rearranging it, but organizing it for Nan. Hi. Okay, so right here I have 3 file folders, old ones, that I'm gonna kind of hopefully put these into 3 categories, okay? And gloves, because the book I'm about to show you is hi. And it's starting to snow here, and I heard the prediction, Malka, but guess what? We're going to Port Hope come hell or high water tomorrow to get my mother-in-law. So, and there's a surprise video coming out on our half-acre homestead shortly. All right, now first things first, I'm gonna tilt the camera down. Well, now let's hope that this doesn't flop, because it gets to a certain point and, well, yeah, see, and it just wants to flop. And I don't know how to hold it up. There, let's just hope. Okay, so we're going to, and I've figured out a name for this book. And it's going to be called Aunt Audrey's Recipe Book. Aunt Audrey's Recipe Box. A multi-generational historical cookbook. So here's Aunt Audrey. And here is Nanny, her mother, Hemmings, and her grandmother, Granny Lockhart. Okay, so, all right, now, I want to show you the box here. Whoa, there goes the phone. Please, I'm sorry if you get seasick. Here is, can you see that? Here is Aunt Audrey's recipe box. Right? I mean, it's double the size of a shoe. It's like 2 shoe boxes put side by side. So let's just make sure. Oh, maybe that'll be a little more stable. If I do it this way. And maybe, no, that's not going to work, but I'd love to see Aunt Audrey's signature on her part. Well, I mean, it's going to be a very, very long time, but I'm sure I'm going to see, excuse me, we are going to see Aunt Audrey's handwriting. So first, this is Granny Lockhart's recipes. You see this book? Now, think about this. Oh, this is so wobbly. I'm so sorry. It's the table. Let me see if I can shim it with something. Oh, there goes my speaker box. Okay, that seems to be a little bit more stable. Now, think about this, folks. We're just going to start going through this right now. We're not going to really categorize anything just yet, because this, how better can you guys see this? Okay, here we go. That's better. Now, Aunt Audrey is 96 years old. Was 96 years old this month. So her mother was born on Christmas Day, 1900. So her grandmother had to be in the very youngest or the very oldest, born in the late 18, at the very earliest, 1880 maybe. Wow, Wow, look at this. Whoops. Let's get these out of the way. And let me see if I can zoom you up just a little. Whoa, you don't want to see my... Let me see. No, that's a little bit too much. I can never control the zoom on this stupid camera. No, you're not going to see any zooms. Sorry, folks. But Scheisenheimer. I have to get a better tripod for my cell phone. I really, really do. Okay, if you... Now, wow. Canned blueberries. In here, too, in this book, if you want to, if you see all these old newspaper recipes pasted inside. And so I'm hoping we'll get some dates out of these too. Homemade chocolates. 3 pounds of icing sugar. Now, it does not say who this comes from, but we'll, homemade chocolates. And yes, folks, while I'm building this cookbook, it may take a couple of years. That's why I'm filming it. It may take a couple of years, but I want Aunt Audrey to be, see it as we're going through it. 3 pounds of icing sugar, 1 tin less 2 tablespoons of sweetened condensed milk, 2 tablespoons corn syrup, and I have a recipe to make your own, 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 8 tablespoons of melted butter. Oh my goodness. Powdered milk, bitter chocolate, and she's got the prices here. 3 pounds of icing sugar was $1. 1 pound of butter was 75 cents. 1 pound of bitter chocolate, 50 cents, and 2 boxes of powdered milk. I'm actually thinking she probably made her own sweetened condensed milk with that powdered milk because I've done that. So, wow. Okay. Now, I'm going to say this was Nanny Hemming or Aunt Audrey. So, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say Nanny Hemming, judging on the prices. But I will ask Aunt Audrey later. So, that's going in the Nanny Hemming's file. And there's Granny Lockhart at the back. There we go. All right. Wow. Look at this. I really need a pair of plastic padded tweezers. This is 4-hour bread. Mrs. Anderson. So she must have got the recipe from Mrs. Anderson. No, Gracie, I'm not playing with you right now. I'm not putting you out. You just came in. 4-hour bread. See, remember me telling you about potato bread? This is 8 pounds of potatoes, a half a cup of sugar, 1 cup of flour, 3 yeast cakes. 3 yeast cakes. So I'm going to say, and 1 teaspoon of salt. So I'm going to say that's like 3 teaspoons of yeast and 3 parts Mater, boiled potatoes. Okay. And here's, look at this. This is fritter batter, recipe for French tea. Oh, sorry, you can't see this. Look at this, guys. Now, I'm going to say that that's also, well, if I could get a date on one of, look at the back of this. Look, not an inch of paper was wasted. When I was a kid, paper was something you got really excited about getting because we were, we grew up drawing pictures on paper grocery bags. I will need to be doing, oh, good, awesome. All right, I can see some of them. So look at this. This is chocolate fudge. A piece of this is missing. And then there's pasted, and I'm amazed that it hasn't eaten away at the paper with the, so I'm going to say again, this is Granny Lockhart. Okay, this is the paper in the book. All right. It's like a ledger. So I'm going to say this is Granny Lockhart. Anything written on this paper and glued to this paper is going to be Granny Lockhart, and this is from the late 1800s. Okay? Now, there's going to be stuff added here. Listen to this, folks. This is history, okay? An examination of a U is not complete without seeing to it that the U has a good udder. It is just as essential for a U to have a good udder as it is for a dairy ewe or for a dairy cow. It sometimes happens that a ewe is a persistent milker and does not dry off quickly at weaning time, or that the shepherd is not careful to lessen the milk flow before weaning. By keeping the ewes off lush pasture or green catch crops, which they have been allowed to graze to maintain the flow of milk, a certain amount of hand milking will be not done. In such cases, Garget is almost certain to result. It is characterized by swelling, heat, redness, and pain of the udder, and by chance in the consistency of... Oh, I'm sorry, it's Sweet Tomato Pickles is on the other side. I got into this story here, but here is Sweet Tomato Pickles. So, now let me just... Here's Granny Lockhart's file, okay? We're going to start... putting anything loose from here into the Granny Lockhart file. I'm sorry you guys can't see all this very well. Now this is trim crusts of stale bread, dip into condensed milk, roll in coconut, and brown lightly in oven. Oh, I'm sorry guys, there's nothing I can do about it. I am on data. Now, this says trim crusts of stale bread, dip in condensed milk, roll in coconut, and brown in the oven. Okay, hang on a second, guys. Let me see. No, I'm on data. You guys should be okay. You may want to refresh. And it could be the weather too, right? So, but I am also filming this with my, yeah, it's snowing out. I'm also filming this with my big camera too. So here's canned blueberries. Oh, there's also something on the other side. 3 fruit marmalade, carrot jam. Can you believe that? Wow, I'm going to be taking pictures of these too once I I'm not going to be able to 3 fruit marmalade. Some of these I'm not going to be able to translate, guys. I'm just not going to be able to, because they there's pieces missing. But then look at this. But I can fold this. I got to be really, really careful. Look. Okay. So again, this is going by the handwriting too. Let me have a look. Yes. Judging by the T. Let me just have a look now. Yes, this is also Granny Lockhart's handwriting. So, holy cow, folks. This is why I'm going to photocopy some of these. Scotch scones. Look at this. It is so very delicate. Scotch scones. And this might be a missing piece to one of these other pages. So I'm just going to put that there because now these are coming out. This is, see, these are just, it's just falling apart. Hot cross buns. Does anybody know what hard bake is? Look at this. Does anybody know what hard bake is? 3 cups of flour, 1 suet, raisins, 1 tablespoon of sugar, pinch of salt. I'm going to say that's like a suet cake. Ginger pudding. Yeah, they cook with suet here. This is really wild. I'm going to have to start. Wow. Oh my goodness. There is whole blank pages in here. Look. So we're not, oh no, there's still some stuff in here. Okay. So this is pineapple cream. 4 eggs, half milk. Wow. All right. Yeah, I'm going to try Malka. I hope so. Now I'm so amazed at the age and the actual how well this is kept, because I have paperback books that have had, bookworms in them. So I don't know, it might be hardtack, eh? Oatmeal cakes. I'll show this to you. Oops. See, this is molasses cookies, oatmeal cakes, 2 eggs, a half a cup of sugar, vanilla flavoring, 1 cup, chopped nuts, mixed. Okay, I'm going to have to turn this back around. I can't read it and hold the phone at the same time. Whoa, here we go again with the phone flopping. I can't get it any more down than that or it flops. Chopped nuts, rolled oat, mix with enough rolled oats to make a stiff dough. Drop by teaspoonfuls on buttered something in bake sheet. Buttered pan and bake in medium hot oven. And it's 1 cup of butter. It's been added in with a pen later on. Molasses cookies. I wish they had left the dates on these newspaper prints, eh? Cheese straws. Sour cream molasses cookies. Okay, this is a loose one. I'm only going to put the loose ones in here for now. And that is Records Choice Recipes of the Week. Can we find a date? Well, by R.J. Scott, The Finger of Fate. I'm going to have to look up R.J. Scott and some of these comic names to maybe get a date on when this was printed. Oatmeal squares, loaf cake, butter, sugar, eggs, milk, flour. That sounds like pound cake. Sweet pickles, chocolate oatmeal war cake. Now here's some history, folks. Chocolate oatmeal war cake. Scald 1 to 2 cups of oatmeal with 1 cup of boiling water. Let cool. Now remember, folks, back then oatmeal was not instant. It wasn't even rolled oatmeal. It was like, but anyway, let cool and add 1 to 2 cups of butter. See, they're leaving a lot to be desired. They're leaving. Scald 1 to 2 cups of oatmeal with 1 cup of boiling water. Let cool and add 1 to 2 cups of butter, 2 cups of brown sugar, 2 eggs beaten, 1 heaping cup of flour. I love these directions. And in the newspaper yet. 2 teaspoons of cocoa sifted with flour, 1 teaspoon of soda dissolved in a little hot water. Mrs. William Dixon, Sussex. Like, seriously, I'm going to have to do some research on some of these cartoons and stuff, and maybe I will get a Okay, well, yeah, just because Granny Lockhart was born in the 1800s, my aunt Audrey comes from a long line of long. She comes from a family of octogenarians and longevities. I think her mother, Nanny Hemmings, lived to 100. Okay, and my sister, who was only 11 years older than me, slid down the banister at Granny Lockhart's and got her bottom spanked for it by Granny Lockhart. So my sister was born in the early 1950s. So Granny Lockhart at least lived to be at least in her 70s, but I'm going to get more. I'll wait until I get more. Yeah, just listen if it's pixelating, okay? But I'll wait to get more information that I can. So there's the pineapple cream and the molasses cookies. I'm only at this point removing loose things. Cupcakes for tea. Half a cup of shortening. Now this is where Crisco's came in, eh? Shortening and lard are two different things. And Crisco came in the late 1800s. See how this is pasted? No, this is discolored here from this newspaper here. Drop cookies. Oh, I'm going to be making some cookies, aren't I? Wow. Hey, Avonlea Ann. I'm not really paying much attention to the chat. People are saying it's really pixelated. And so I'm hoping that I will be able to, what I'm going to do is I'll download the live and I'll use some of the commentary in the video as well. Buckwheat cakes. 2 cups buckwheat, flour. 1.5 cups. It doesn't say flour. It says I think it's F. It says Fellor, or I think that's cornmeal. That's a brand name, and that says cornmeal. It's a good thing I used to actually go over books in the municipal office when I was training to be in office work. And I had to do a lot of big ledgers and rewrite them over by hand. 1 tablespoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1 yeast cake. Mix in half a cup of, okay. 2 cups. Okay. Carrot pudding. Now, in memorandum, so this should give us a day. Here we go. In loving memory of John Dayton Liscombe, a loving uncle and brother-in-law who passed away November 25th, 1949. So this is post Second World War. Scotch shortbread. Let's see if it works with the same recipe I have. 2.5 cups of purity flour. Cornstarch. No, it's not the way I do it. Butter and icing sugar. No, I don't do that. But I mean, I will make it and we will see, right? This is going to open a whole new cooking experience. Citron sweet pickle. Carefully peel off every particle of the green rind from a ripe citron. Green rind? What's a citron? I'm going to have to look this stuff up. Okay, look at this. Oh my God. Orange cake, orange cream filling, orange frosting, donuts, sour cream raisin cake, griddle cakes, muffins, soft gingerbread. I think this is sugar something cakes. Excuse me, folks, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, folks. Nun's cake. What is nun's cake? Ooh, God, this is ripping. 1 cup buttered substitute. 1 cup or 1 cup butter or butter substitute. Now we're starting to get into margarine, right? Powdered sugar, egg yolks, 5 egg yolks, 2 egg whites, 3/4 cup of milk, 3 cups bread or pastry flour, royal baking powder. God, I used royal for years. Salt, caraway seeds, rose water, teaspoon extract, cinnamon. Wow. Mrs. Corbett's dark cake. Now, I'm going to assume that that's a Christmas cake. Wow, this is going to take some doing, folks. Like this is, you know, these are pages that have had recipes, brown sugar recipes, back again to the old time sweet. Do we have a date on this anywhere? Huh. Okay. Very, very careful here. This is almost completely faded. I'm going to see if I can't photocopy them, but I can read it. Well, you know, some of these recipes are just going to be lost to time, and it's a shame. Chocolate, layer cake, raisin cream cake, Gertie's fruit cake, walnut cake. There's a piece missing there. Spice cake. This is loose. Impose curfew in Iranian city. 1 minute news about John Manville. Only the best for your home. Some of these articles I'm going to hope I can recover too. Barbecue sauce, ripe cucumber or vegetable marrow pickle. Now, vegetable marrow would be like zucchini and summer squash, right? Barbecue sauce, chili sauce. Oh, there's a piece. Now, just a second here. Something along here was missing a piece. But I'm just going to put this in here for now. So this is the folder for Granny Lockhart's stuff. The cake box. There's pieces missing here. Something had been taped over here. Spice cake. Molasses date cake. Harvester's gingerbread. Harvester's coffee cake. I'm looking for prune coffee cake, man. I've heard about that from the early 1950s and 40s. Alberta cake. 1 to 2 cups of Alberta butter. Donuts. Fruit cookies. Spice cake cookies. Drop donuts. Oatmeal cookies. Again, Scotch shortbread. Flour, butter, sugar. Now, ground rice and 1 egg in a Scotch shortbread recipe. Cocoa macaroons. I've heard so many names for cocoa macaroons. I mean, I kept a book of them at the library, at the bakery, because everybody would have a different name. We called them some people called them haystacks. Bread dough cake. 3 cups of dough. Now, I'm assuming they mean sourdough. Yeah, these, bread dough sour. I'm going to say, because it says 3 cups dough. So I'm assuming this is sourdough. 2 cups sugar, 2/3 cup butter or lard, 2 eggs, a half nutmeg, or a half, I'm going to assume that's teaspoon. 1 small teaspoon of cloves and cinnamon, 1 cube or 1 teaspoon of soda dissolved in butter, in a little water. Beat all together. Egg, milk, and butter cake, sultana cake, Bakewell tartlets. Oh, seed cake. Now, I've heard about seed cakes. Yeah, look for the page that has the splash. Coffee cake, molasses, butter, strong cold coffee, citric currants and raisins. So I bet you I could just chop up prunes in that and make a prune coffee cake. Chocolate layer cake, cream cake, seed cake. Flour, butter, sugar, eggs, 1 small teaspoon of baking powder, vanilla essence, and 1.5 ounces of caraway seeds. I am not fond of caraway. Boiled raisin cake. Wow. So some of these are going to not everything is going to be in the cookbook, but I'm going to be taking pictures of these and putting them in the cookbook with, of course, oh, here we go. Plum cake. Excellent soft ginger cake. Washing blind? Washing 5 counts worth salts of tartar, 5 counts water. Oh, I'm going to have to look up. I'm going to have to actually do research. I'm going to have to do research on some of the things that they say in here, like what things are called, like what's a count, right? And sultanas. Okay. Cake icing, 1 cup thick sour cream. Oh, wow. Really? Thick sour cream, 2.5 cups brown sugar, 1/2 cup of butter, and 1/2 cup sweet milk may be used, but it is much better with sour cream. Okay. Okay. 1/2 cup of thick sour cream and 2.5 cups of sugar, 1/2 cup of butter, and 1/2 cup of sweet. Okay, so they're saying in replacement of the sour cream, you can use butter, 1/2 cup of butter, and 1/2 cup of sweet milk, but it's much better with sour cream. Wow. Raisin loaf, nut bread, dry mixture, Mrs. Somerset scones, delicious corn gems and muffins, eggless cookies. Wow, this is getting dicey here. Standard cake, date raisin cake, sponge cake, loaf fig cake. Holy crap. Oatmeal cakes. Now, what do we have here? Oatmeal drop cakes, 1 cup brown sugar, 1/2 cup of margarine. So that's going to go over here. I'm not sure this is the same. This isn't the same handwriting. So I'm going to assume that this is Nanny Hemmings, but I'm going to put it in the Nanny Lockhart. Everything from here is going in the Nanny Lockhart file, Granny Lockhart file for now. Sour cream drop cookies. Dad's cookie. Oh, I wonder if they mean like Dad's digestives. 1/2 cup brown sugar, white sugar, 1/2 cup butter, vanilla, egg, flour, powder soda, salt, rolled oats, and coconut cream. 1/2 cup of coconut cream. I don't know what that is. Coconut cream. I'll have to look. All right. Like I said, it's going to be a real education, and it's not going to be done hastily or overnight. Coconut bars. Crisp rolled oat cookies. Daisies. I don't know who Daisy is, but I'll be asking Aunt Audrey. Fruit cookies, oatmeal cookies, date cake. That's Granny Lockhart's handwriting. Chocolate candy. Walnut panache? I thought I'm the only person who named something panache when she was inventing it. Okay, see, there is a corner missing. Let me just check out of curiosity. No, no, okay. Oatmeal cakes, a lot of cakes and cookies. Jelly roll. Okay. What does this say? Dime apple dream. Here we go. Bits and pieces. And remember, folks, if you ever take on a project like this, please, if you're going to tape or stick anything to a larger piece, please, please, please do your research. Use acid-free paper and acid-free tapes and glues. Crumb cake. Oh, excuse me, guys, if you like that. Sorry about that, folks. That was Howie saying that it's payday, and I told him to buy himself some dinner on his way home because I'm really busy. But he said, why don't I just go and get us both something? So I said, okay. Cucumber relish, 1 quart vinegar, 3 cups sugar, 2 tablespoons flour, which we would not put in, 2 tablespoons mustard, 1 small teaspoon of turmeric. So I would recommend, not using flour because I did that once and it's separated. Frosting, 1 cup of milk, half a cup of milk, flour, put on stove, stir and cook until thickens. Let cool some, beat 1 cup. Wow, there's a whole ways of making frosting without icing sugar here, folks. Ketchup, pickles. Remember, my dad used to tell me that ketchup was pronounced catsup, and there's living proof. Is there a date on these? Jeez, and crackers. They should date the corners. Crab apple ketchup, tomato ketchup, purple cabbage pickle, cucumber pickles, corn relish. Oh, can I find the rest of that? Green corn, canned beets, Irish potato salad, and I'm missing pieces. So it's going to be a real long haul, but I want to do it correctly. Meatballs supreme, grilled beef patties with savory sauce, everyday meatloaf, piquant sauce. Okay. Sweet shuck pickles. Again, another loose file. And here's another piece. Wait a minute now. Where is it? Where is it? Got my finger in there. One of these was missing a very big corner. Well, I think I just found that really sharp corner, so. I know, it really does, doesn't it? Sweet shuck pickles, pineapple cream. Okay, we're back. Oh, that's the beginning. This is Maybelline spread. Cream, margarine, which I would replace with butter, powdered sugar. Wow, I'm going to have to, if that's got maple syrup in it. Chocolate pie, delicious apple pie. Peach cobbler, oh, here we go. Peach cobbler, custard pie, cream pie, green tomato pie. You know we're going to do that one. Date pie, lemon pie, coconut pie, nut tarts, lemon pie, cranberry pie, mock mince pie. Pineapple Bavarian cream, cream filling, coconut, butterscotch pie. Pudding sands. Fruit pie. Okay. Okay, we know this isn't granny. Well, okay, somebody's put this. See, putting these in like this page from a photo album, not a good idea. These are not acid-friendly glues and adhesives. So you know this is going to be okay. Aunt Audrey's recipe box. A historical journey of cooking. Oh, coconut squares, tart filling, 2 eggs, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of currants, half a teaspoon of butter. See, no corn syrup at all. Oh my goodness, this page is, and I don't have any, that page is falling apart. Okay, this was done on a typewriter. Lemon graham cracker cookies, chocolate dips, Rice Krispies, peanut brittles, stuffed dates, marshmallow nut puffs, Persian sweets, chocolate syrup, which if water, cocoa, salt, sugar, I may be able to can that. Cookie recipe, something sweetened condensed milk. Oh, I'm going to have to fold it back, and I don't want to. Okay. Variety in the jam closet. No date. Trying out new combinations of fruit and vegetable preserves. I think that, oh, wait a minute. Daisy's carrot marmalade. I thought for a minute it said canning and preserving. Oh my goodness. Won't this be a historical video? Just reading some of this stuff. Uses for old newspaper. A French recipe to cure a cold. Strawberry sponge pudding, bottled lemonade, lemon water ice. There's a piece here missing, or unless it's from, oh no, it's all in this piece here. Salad dressing. Pineapple cream. There's a lot of repeats in here. Maple candy frosting. Ooh. Put that in the file. I can read that. 1941. 1941 is on this. I don't know what it is, but it's 2 eggs, 3/4 of a cup of shortening, 1 1/3 cup brown sugar, 1 teaspoon soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 2 cups flour, pinch of salt, tablespoon of vanilla. I'm thinking that's a cake, or a loaf, or cookies. And see, it's not just cooking stuff too. There's historical stuff. Green tomato pickle. See, these are recipes that I developed out of memory of relish and sweet pickles. I started using green tomatoes because I remember my mother making them. I don't remember her making them. I remember having them when she had made them. Pickling beets, canning beans. Fill the sealers with beans. Put in salt, then fill up with cold water. Place in cold water bath and let boil from 3 to 4 hours. After starting to boil, 4 hours will be safest. I canned both beans and peas like this, and they were very nice. No pressure canner. So this is history, folks. Beef brawn, Good Friday cake, easy pickles, rhubarb, and fig marmalade. Plain dumplings. Raw potato helps. A piece of raw potato dipped in baking soda will be most effective in banishing tarnish from silver. Holy crap, guys. I am going to do some videos on some of these Tips. Now, what's marrow jam? Choose a nice ripe marrow. So let's say a zucchini or a summer squash, because that's what a marrow is. Cut into small squares, spread on a flat dish and sprinkle small quantity of white sugar over it. Let remain for 24 hours and drain the water from the marrow. Okay, cheese and crackers. Okay, this whole thing is loose. Okay. The rest of this, so I'm just going to very gently put this over here. I'm also very gently, if I can, going to remove this from this, because that's more dangerous than leaving it open to the air is. And this is, wow, the paper's so delicate. These are delicious. Somebody wrote in coconut rolls. Two bread. Pain pills. Pain pills? Must be a list. I'm going to try and flatten these out. So that they will remain safe in this file and not have the edges torn off. I may have to get like a really much bigger, longer file folder. Mixed pickles. I wonder if that's like my calico pickles. Green tomatoes, cucumbers, onions, cauliflower, and cabbage. Wow. I'm pretty sure everything but cauliflower is going to be in my garden this year. Grandmother cookies. This is not Granny Lockhart's handwriting. 1 cup butter. Bird's nests. Wow. Meatballs. Canadian Health and Accident. A Solid Company Assurance Corporation, Waterloo, Ontario, home office. It's got a recipe written on it. No date, though. Darn. Be really, really careful unfolding these things. And folks, no matter what you want to do, never iron these. Sometimes ink responds negatively to heat, especially old ink. Butterscotch oatmeal bars. Oh, I'm feeling that one. Okay. Unfortunately, some of these are going to be illegible or have parts missing. Sorry. Gertie's dessert. I don't know who Gertie was, but I had a chicken named Gert once. The very first chicken I ever butchered. Now this looks like to be on wax paper. Or maybe it has been waxed. Our something at Grantley, 1936. Mrs. Gow's Orange Marmalade. Oh my goodness, look at this. Here we go. Here we go. Let's find a date. My God, you know, newspapers, you know, everybody thinks the internet's great, but you really can't replace history like this. The Pattern Department, Ottawa Farm Journal. So there is no date that I can see. Cure cucumbers and freshen for winter use. Reader's query column, questions and answers. Oh, we're going to do some of that. Bewitching, it surely is. That must be a pattern. And again, we have cartoons. Mad Dog Scare, Dog Fruit Eaters, It Doesn't Take Long. Dog Notes by Peter Boggs. I may do a series on them. Little Stories for Bedtime. Learning to Live. All of us must learn to live, what to take and what to give. Peter Rabbit. Had a Vacation Visit to Belleville. And these are Donald Duck cartoons, guys, in this newspaper. Donald Duck. So, unfortunately, I'm going to have to fold this one back up. Christmas Cake. That's only nothing on the other. I didn't think there was anything on the other side. This is written on an old envelope. Look at this. 4 pounds purple grape, 5 cups of white sugar. It's grape jam. Okay. This is just a piece of paper. I'm going to put it in there anyway. The Bargain Table. Albert Gale Agencies Limited, 1961, Morrisburg, Ontario. Oh, here's a whole book within the book here. Wow. This has got water damage. Sweet Tomato Pickle. Tomato apple chutney, a good standard recipe. Jellied tongue with pineapple. Might have to pass on the jellied tongue. Chocolate bars. Wow. Watermelon pickle. Some of these are stuck together, folks. Oh, no, that's just new stuff. Sorry, I almost wrecked that. Watermelon pickle. I may not be able to get all of the writing off of these, but I'm going to start taking pictures. Brown sugar cake, spice cake, lemon squares, raisin squares, overnight cookies. That sounds interesting. Plain apple pie, pumpkin pie, crumb cake, drop ginger cookies, Mrs. Frank's pudding, ham roll, cake icing, lemon frosting, fruit cake. Wow, guys, I have to get off of here for now. But I'm going to go back through these some more, but I'll be filming these as I go through them so that you all are going to get a better idea. And I'm going to be taking pictures so that when I film it, you're going to actually get closer up looks here. Absolutely. And I mean, we still got all of this to go through as well. So here's what we have so far from Granny Lockhart. Very gently, and I'm just going to pop it in here. And here's the book. And we still have this, all of this to go through. We have no idea what's in here. This is Mrs. Wolfie from Life with the Wolfies saying it's snowing and we're supposed to drive to Port Hope tomorrow. Look forward to some videos, okay, on this, because this is going to, I'm not going to do this all of it live, because it's just no way it's going to be able to happen. But you can look forward to videos. I'm not going to put this, I don't want to put this, let me show you. I don't want to put this back in the box because I don't want any more stress on it because it's in a pile. I'm going to rather keep it on a flat surface. And here's my box in the wall for the files. This is Mrs. Wolfie saying, I have to, wow. I'm in Wakefield now. Yes, dear. Okay. Look at the, you can't really see it, but look at the dirt. Look at the dirt from an old ink and stuff, eh? Anyway, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And I'm pretty sure if you go over to our half-acre homestead, I just uploaded a video because I got a parcel in the mail today. Take care. God bless. And I just wanted you to be with me when I opened it for the first time. Right? I want to share. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. What do you think? Aunt Audrey's recipe box, a historical cookbook, a historical multi-generational cookbook. Take care. God bless.